is your host as always, the Matter of Your Kioma speaking. I'm completely insane for doing what I'm about to do. But you saw the title of the thumbnail. You saw what I'm about to say. Oh, Emperor, please don't kill me. Star Wars is garbage at this point. It has become complete nonsensical garbage. The TV shows and the movies and all the other stuff. Since the sequel era, there's the prequel era, and all the above. I'm going to roast the living crap out of Star Wars because I feel like just saying Star Wars is trash at this point. It literally is utter garbage. For one, Star Wars Outlaws looks like you took Ripley from freaking Alien's hairdo and stuck it on a woman, and she does not match. She looks hideous. Forgive me that. You may have seen non-still, don't judge me, I've looked into it. And you gotta look around. Why are the Western companies making women look unattractive and hideous? For God's sakes, look at Japanese companies. Look at Tifa! Or Aerith, or one of the above. That's attractive. Why do we have Mary Jane, which I'm not gonna harp on too bad, because that's not hideous. This woman is hideous, that's in the new Star Wars game. The woman from Horizon Zero Dawn, how women looked in, I don't really, as much as I'd hate to say this, since Valhalla of freaking Assassin's Creed Westernization is kind of making women look a little hideous here. Why is that? I don't know. I mean, didn't you know sex sells and stuff like that? But let's go on how Star Wars is garbage. Outlaws looks like garbage. It looks like you have a female on Solo. I don't want that. If you're going to give me a Han Solo, give me a dude. Now, that sounds sexist as hell, but no. No, I guarantee you it's going to be some Rey crap. Like, she doesn't look like she's written well from the trailer. And already, the character model that character model is going to make it so hard to get annoyed. It doesn't help the fact that you're going to have all these season passes with whatever. You give us customability, or say for you can customize that character model to look better. Maybe that won't be hard on the outlaw, but as far as I know, you look like gutter trash, Ubisoft. And it's Ubisoft making it too, so they're gonna milk and dime with different cosmetics probably, so it's Ubisoft. And I know Ubisoft's history because I play all the Assassin's Creed, damn it. The only one I haven't played is Mirage. Other than that, I touched every single one of them. So damn it, when I talk about Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, I tend to know their practices. Now let's go on how the TV shows are garbage. Oh, I just opened a can of worms by saying the TV shows are garbage. Obi-Wan, garbage to a degree. It was good when Hayden was there and Ian McGregor was there. Hayden was in the Vader suit. Awesome scenes. Ian McGregor and both of them, dialogue, awesome scenes. Vader by himself, awesome scenes. Anything else between that, I did not care about. So, okay, the only thing going for Obi-Wan is nostalgia. And that it's banking on Hayden and Ian McGregor to sell it. Okay, I think it's Ian McGregor. I hope I'm getting this right. The guy who plays Obi-Wan to sell it. Okay? Eldar. What was that? I can't remember. Mandalorian. Merchandise selling with Baby Yoda. I'm sorry, it's Guru. Everyone thought it was going to be Baby Yoda, but it's not. It's Guru. And Luke showing up at the end of it. Wow, nostalgia bait. Okay, cool. Mandalorian season. What was that? I don't know that. Boba Fett? Yeah, it's Boba Fett. That's all I know. It doesn't look particularly interesting either. Ahsoka? Only good scenes that we know of are the World Between Worlds and the freaking fight with Hayden Christensen coming in again, being able to doable both light and dark side. Cool. Sequels. Episode 7, banking on nostalgia. Episode 8, garbage. With how they kind of assassinate. That's not my Luke, but Luke is depicted on so many different variations. Don't worry, I'll be getting into book continuities that you see over there. I'll be getting to that too. I'm not just roasting, I'm roasting all Star Wars. Because Star Wars at this point has become gutter trash since the splitting of the continuities. The last Rise of the Skywalker or whatever, the last one, that was a horrible gutter thing. Now, here's my opinion. I should not need to pick up... Hold on, one second. A book, and I just grabbed a random book. Oh, what's this? Greek mythologies, because it has a Greek tragedy. I should not need to pick up a book to make a work that I'm watching good. I should not need to go out and spend how much money on a book or find a PDF file to make something good. If the movie is shit, it's shit. If it's good, it's good. Judge it by its own thing. Just because the movie quality didn't adapt everything in the book, okay, or didn't adapt the book right, doesn't make it. That's still the movie that everyone saw. They will remember that as the shit. So, there's that. Let's go to the prequels. Jar Jar Binks. Little droid toys. Pod racers. All this stuff that's thrown in my face that was merchandise argument. That was episode 1, not to mention badly writtenly there, and way too much light, dark. Just all this stuff and bad dialogue. And not forget Jar Jar Binks, where some people are looking like this, when looking at him because they couldn't get the head prompter guy on there right. I know my lighting's screwed up at this point, but I don't really give a shit because I'm on this train going off this. What I hear Duel of the Fates. Oh shit. But well, I don't give crap if you come in here. You better not come forward for it. Anyway, episode 2, completely dog shit. It's getting louder to Duel of the Fates. Dog shit because the dialogue was bad. There's sand in my shoes. I hate sand. It gets in my shoes. It stays in my... The sand in your shoes means it's just notoriously... It was bad dialogue. The only thing you had going for you was the last 40 minutes with the fight on freaking... where all the clones show up. That was the good thing. Or the Battle Royale Jedi. That was the only good saving part of that movie. Didn't care too much for it. Episode 3 is... Holy shit, you're supposed to be in Florida. You're not supposed to be here. You're... Ouch. Ouch. You saw he appeared and I just got the biggest ass whipping, but I managed to banish him all the way back to Florida from Illinois. That does not do good for my locations. 2 good separate states. Go back to your red state. Be gone. Kratos. Starkiller. Don't come back in my area again, please. Anyway, now that we're on episode 3 to bash it, because that's when the person decided to barge in my territory and just beat the crap out of me for a few minutes with his chaos blades in them, and then decide to zip back off before I whacked him with a Buster Sword. Okay, we're done. Let's get back on this train now. Episode 3 is the only one that felt like a Star Wars movie of the entire original trilogy, of the prequel trilogy. People bashed the prequel trilogy for years, mostly because of episode 1 and 2, and some of 3. And I've said before, the only reason 1 and 2 were bad was because Lucas wrote them himself and wasn't a collab project. It was him by himself. It ended badly. Bad. That's why episode 3 feels like a Star Wars film, because the directors literally said, get back here, reined them in, and said, here's your crayons, draw, we're going to go get the sketches and the other paint, and make the painting in better and a better painting. We're going to go from a box of Crayola crayons and a crude drawing to the Mona Lisa. Okay? I don't like the Mona Lisa, but I'd rather the Sistine Chapel, but that's beside the point. Now, going straight to the original trilogy. Oh yes, we're going here. The original trilogy, the original movie, episode 4, was meant to be a Flash Gordon trip. Actually, it almost killed Lucas making that movie. It was like a Flash Gordon type thing. They didn't even focus on the lightsabers at all in the movie, if you look at it. They didn't. They showed up for like 2 seconds, that was it, and the rest was spaceships. He wanted to make a Flash Gordon type fic, and that was it. As a matter of fact, George Lucas almost died making that thing like Peter Jackson. He was on a beach in Palm Beach, and when he got a phone call from his agency going, this is selling like hotcakes, make another. So he makes another one, which is Empire Strikes Back. That has no plot. There is no plot to The Empire Strikes Back. It is not a plot movie. What is the plot of Empire Strikes Back, everyone? It's not a plot movie. It's a character-written, designed movie. It is a story of basically Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and some of Han Solo, Princess Leia, and them. It is all character-based. The plot literally is, if you look at it, Luke, Dagobah, then Cloud City to rescue them. That's about it. And then Leia were chased by them, Cloud City. That's basically the plot. The rest of what we remember is a character-driven story. That's what made 2 is in. It's lightning in a bottle again. Now, Return of the Jedi, they fixed their is still Ewoks. Don't remind me, Ewoks were made, George Lucas put those things in there because he wanted to sell teddy bears. That was merchandise like crazy. There's stuff in there that you can tell he put in there for merchandise. The Ewoks. Don't get me started. More stuff. Cool. And then you have the iconic, they use lightsabers more because now they can afford to use their toys because they were being very delicate in episode 5 or whichever you call it, the Empire Strikes Back, because those things were very expensive and breakable, so they were being very delicate with them. That's why you can look at it there. But that's hindsight. Okay, then, after 6 ends, well, what do we do? Well, we have the book continuity. We have the Legends continuity, which was really good. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me get another book. Death Troopers. Ha ha ha. I know. Emperor talked about that. Yeah, before he came back in here. The Star Wars people in these books had in here little continuity sheets. Where were you? You were a continuity sheet in the whole thing where they would keep continuity track. Well, you know, I can't find the continuity tracker that's in these. But there were continuity trackers that basically in these books told you where each book took place according to the chronological timeline. Like, Death Troopers took place in one area, or this. Oh yeah, there's a thing for the old MMO, the Star Wars Galaxies MMO. That was a thing. But there was a continuity tracker at this, and they had continuities to keep track of Legends content. That was a good thing. And that's how they kept it. George Lucas did give the okay to greenlight them, and just because they aren't considered canon by George Lucas doesn't mean the fact. I'll give you an argument of the canon and non-canon thing, because that's come from the director's holy mouth for it to be considered canon. Look at Hironori Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy. I'll get into them. Up there, that's a lot of Final Fantasy stuff I got on there, and on a few other merch shelves. I'll get into Final Fantasy. I'll cover Final Fantasy on a whole other day on how that everything after 9 and including a little bit of 8 is trash. I can literally go and rip Final Fantasy, a brand new one, because of about Hironori Sakaguchi. They're going to go with the argument of the author. And let's just put it this way. They had to retcon Starkiller because he said, well, the only thing canon is Starkiller and, oh god, what was it? The Clone Troopers. It's also worth noting, the writers for years were told, fan writers were told, don't touch the Old Republic era. You can touch everything after Episode 6, but you cannot touch the Old Republic era, or not Old Republic, but you know what I mean, the Clone War era, Old Republic. So they used to call it old term, I believe. And then after George made the films, people made a whole bunch of continuity, fleshing out the Old Republic era. Oh god, the Old Republic is nice, the Old Republic, but I'm just saying the Clone Wars era. There was a thing putting writers like you can't make anything during the Clone Wars or use anything during the Clone Wars during the time. There was a writer's clause in there at one point for the writers. So that's why there's so much continuity, like a 50-year gap or something, jump to go through in the freaking Legends continuity. So then when Kathleen Kennedy comes in and Disney buys it, they just say, out the window! All 30 years of people writing these stories that we could use for continuity or to create a movie from by amalgamating some of these out the window, making 30 years of writers that have written good stories for the fans, grown the gutter, and said, piss on you. And George Lucas was okay with that. Even though he made canon basically a freaking overpowered Mary Sue, Starkiller, Secret Apprentice, that even then he can't say is either the book or the game. Yeah. That's why Star Wars has issues and is trash. It is incoherent mess. Nowadays, with all those bad shows, they're bad shows. They're badly written. They're now just putting substance in Star Wars fans' faces. It's no wonder. The only people that hate Star Wars are the Star Wars fans themselves. And I'm a fan myself, and I'll admit I cherry pick like crazy, but I'm gonna just sit here and roast how bad Star Wars has got. If you just put the original 6 trilogy, you were good. You like the original 3? You're good. You like the original prequel trilogy? You're good. You like the sequel trilogy? Okay, you might have some issues and might need a little pat on the shed saying you'll be okay, but you're good. Each to their own. 20 years from now, people might not shit on the sequel trilogy anymore. I highly doubt it'll have a stigma just as bad as the prequels did, but the prequels had a stigma for a reason because of George Lucas. Good God, I can't stand George Lucas's writing at times. He is someone that works better in a team, but if you give it to the reins, you get episode 1 and 2. That's why 3 is 3. That's why it works. It just works. But, that's as always. Hopefully I don't hear Duels of the Fates coming. Okay, there's no Duels of the Fates playing, and there's no angry Kratos or Star guy coming my way and going to bash me over the head with a lightsaber, because that hurt. That actually hurt. I've got a headache now because of that bashing of a lightsaber. But, anyway, Star Wars is trash. And it's mostly trash because of friends, and I'm not even going to get into the woke agenda, because that could be a whole tangent in itself. I just been on the giant rant on how I don't like Star Wars anymore, and it's trash to me right now. Because it's becoming a blurring dumpster fire where everything I like about it comes out bad. Just give me something good every now and then where you don't make women's ugly, or you don't make a Mary Sue, or you don't make a woke agenda, or you're not pushing some kind of agenda down my throat, or some kind of messaging down my throat. Just give me a good game like Final Fantasy Rebirth, or Persona 3. Give me something good. Then again, that's just me. Bad reviewer, talking, as always. See you later. Hope you enjoyed my opinion of how Star Wars is trash. Later.